Hi everyone, today's video is going to be on the Coloring Scare Tag created by Corey at Colorfully Optimistic and Emma Colors 2020. They created the tag and then I was tagged by Louise Coloring 41. She's a new channel, so I will link everybody's channels below. So please, everyone, check out their channels if you haven't already. And we're going to get it started. There is 19 questions. So question number 1, what weapon would you choose if you were living in The Walking Dead? I haven't really watched this show much. I mean, I've heard people talk about it and that kind of thing. So I would go with, because I wouldn't want it near anything or trying to get close to anything, machine gun would be my choice. I actually Googled it too. I Googled a bunch for these questions because I'm not a really scary kind of person. I tend to avoid that kind of thing, scary movies. So, not sure how these questions will go for me, but number 2, if you were paid to stay the night in a haunted house, would you, and how much would they have to give you? I said no. But I thought, well, if I had to come up with a number that I would, if they gave me, I made it 10 million. That's ridiculous. Probably people will be like, oh, I'd do it for $1 million. I feel like I would have repercussions, and I'll go into that here as I go along. So that's why I'm like, ooh, I don't know. Number 3, what superstition or urban legend do you believe? I would say I'm not really superstitious in the sense of black cats and walking under a ladder and that kind of thing, because I don't believe in that. I've owned black cats, I've had black cats, I've walked under a ladder, nothing's happened. So now urban legends, I don't have any specifically, but the one thing that kind of sticks in my head is those Final Destination movies, because I feel like a lot of that stuff could really happen. So that kind of, along those lines, that's where I kind of go with that. Number 4, which horror movie did you never get over? So because I don't like scary movies, I've not watched a whole lot. But I would say more recently, so I'm one of those people that if it piques my interest, like I can't help but trying to watch it, but then like if a scary part comes, I can't watch it. So I'll cover my eyes or leave the room or whatnot. But the last one that piqued my interest was the Split movie. Might be more of a thriller, but that just was wild. I was just like, yeah, I could see it really being true. So that's what scares me. Number 5, what is your favorite scary and or Halloween coloring book? I don't actually own a specific Halloween coloring book. I have books that have Halloween autumn pages in, but I don't own a specific book that's all that topic. Number 6, what is the scariest book you have ever read? None. I don't, that's even worse than a movie reading, because I'm a reader, so I can get into that, sometimes more than a movie. So yeah, I've never read a scary movie or read a scary book. Number 7, if you could be a scary monster, what one would you be? Now I'm gonna be ridiculous here, because most people will be like, well, that's not a scary monster, but technically it is. I would be Mike Wachowski from Monsters Inc. I love that movie. So yeah, that's who I'd be, Mike Wachowski. And if you don't know who that is, it's the little green guy with the one eyeball. Number 8, where's the scariest place you have ever been? I would have to say going to a couple haunted houses when I was a teenager. that would probably be the scariest places I've ever been. I would avoid scary places at any means. I would avoid them. And if you've watched any of my other previous videos, you may have heard me mention what I do for a living. I work in death care, and I have done that for over 15 years. And out, just, I've never really elaborated really on what I exactly do, but basically, I've been an administrator, office manager, location manager. Those have been my titles. But I would say I'll do anything to help wherever I can with another employee. So I've helped with funerals, and I've helped with burials, and I work for a cremation service now as a location manager, running it for them. So I do anything from paying the bills, running the office, answering the phones, to, transferring cremated remains, to meeting with families, to cleaning the office, cleaning the parking lot, pulling weeds, whatever's needed for the business, I take care of. Not so much, handling the actual deceased people, that, we have a team for that. The only thing I've done is transfer of cremated remains there. Previously, I worked at a cemetery as it was a cemetery funeral home combo, and I was office manager there, but I did everything. I worked with a funeral director, helping with things behind the scenes and that kind of thing, helping with burials with the grounds crew, all of that. So when you are in that business, it makes it hard to look at it scary. You can't be scared of it, or you won't, you wouldn't last there. So to me, that some people might consider cemeteries scary. I don't. They are scary at dark, because when it's dark, and you can't see nothing, and you're gonna trip, and it's just not. And some people are more sensitive to things, spirits, and if you believe in those things. Obviously, not everybody believes in those things. For one, do. And I am sensitive to it. So that's why I don't go to certain scary places. I do belong to a couple Facebook groups for abandoned places in my area, in my state. And I love looking at the videos and the pictures that everybody posts, and they go there and look, but I can't go there. If you, and a lot of people don't believe in it, fine. If you don't, whatever. But when you are sensitive to it, you can take things home with you. You don't want to take things home with you. That's how my haunting started. Because I am sensitive to it, I don't go to those places because I don't want to bring anything home with me. So yeah, no. Number 9, are you scared of the dark? And if so, what scares you most about it? No, most of the time I'm not scared of the dark at all. I have to have it pitch black to sleep. Love it like that. As soon as daylight hits, I'm like wide awake, because I'm a morning person. So now if I get a feeling, and I don't know how to explain that, but I get feelings sometimes, and at those times I am scared of the dark. Those are the only times I'm scared of the dark. Number 10, do you go to the toilet with the lights on or off after a scary movie? So normally I don't watch scary movies, but if I were to watch a thriller or some parts of a scary movie, yes, I would need to turn the lights on to go to the bathroom, but normally I would not. And then the second part of this question was, and if you have a closet, would you need to have the door fully closed to sleep? So normally my closet door stays open. It's 2 sliding doors, so I just keep one half open because my cats sleep. They have a little bed in there, and they sleep in my closet in the daytime when they went dark. So after they're up prowling the night. So technically I could shut it at night. So probably if I did watch a scary movie, I would want to shut it for the night. I'm more one of those people that like would run and jump on my bed because I'd be afraid something's under it. After a scary movie. That's me. Less with the closet, more with under the bed type thing. Number 11, do you prefer to watch scary movies with others or alone? Well, I think you've probably figured it out by now. Definitely not alone. I would have to watch with others. Definitely. And number 12, do you want to be a vampire, zombie, or werewolf, and why? Which one of those if you had to pick one? So I would pick werewolf because, okay, if you're a vampire and a zombie, you're hungry all the time. If you're a werewolf, it's just one time a month. So you only have to feel bad for killing people one time a month. So that's why I pick werewolf. Plus, I don't mind werewolf movies. Well, I have watched some werewolf movies, but I don't really consider them like super scary, or the vampire ones. So I guess I have watched some scary movies because I like Werewolf in Paris and Bram Stoker's Dracula. So, yeah. Number 13, would you participate in the zombie run? And if so, would you be a zombie or a runner? No, I would not because I don't run. Just, yeah. Too out of shape for that. Just not happening. Number 14, do you prefer gory, creepy, or cute and spooky? Definitely cute and spooky. I don't like gory or creepy. I would avoid those types of movies as well at any cost because no, not my thing at all. 15, what scares you most about being home alone? Nothing. I'm like, yay, oh my God, I have time to myself with no distractions and nobody here and nobody asking for anything, and it's just me time. So yeah, no, not scared. Even if it was at night, like, I wouldn't be scared. Something have to happen to scare me. 16, would you rather walk through a cornfield or a forest in the dark? Okay, so who would want to do either? Right? So for me, if I had to pick, honestly, I feel like I have to go with, I would rather walk through a forest. And that might seem strange, but I feel like I just get lost in a cornfield, and forest, you can at least find some kind of moonlight, hopefully, that night, and you can get somewhere, you know? Number 17, if you could make a magic potion, what would it do and what ingredients would it take to make it? Of course, my potion would make the whole world full of peace. Everyone would stop fighting and everyone would get along and no one would be mean to each other. Now, what would I do to make that potion? Rainbows and sunshine, of course. Yeah, I don't know what else. Anything that makes anybody happy, of course, we'd have to throw in there, right? And number 18, what was your favorite Halloween costume? I feel like I answered this kind of in another tag thingy I did or whatever, but Girl Scouts, one year we made these butterfly wings and I just loved them. I thought they were awesome. 19, what would you rather have as a friend? Or who, sorry, not what, who would you rather have as a friend? Michael Myers, Pennywise, Freddy Krueger, Alien, Predator. So this one was an easy one for me. Predator. Because out of all of those movies, that's the ones I watch. Because he only wants to kill the people that are bad. He doesn't want to kill just innocent people, just bad people. Now, if you're holding a gun and you're a good person, he could get confused. But most times, he doesn't. or they don't if you watch them all. But yeah, so I would go with Predator because I feel like he's a good guy. And the final thing to do was to tag 3 people. So I am actually going to tag Ellie with Coffee and Coloring, and Crystal at Crystal's Coloring, and Mrs. Sweets at Mrs. Sweets Crafting Therapy. I have not reached out to these ladies. I am going to do so. However, if you do not want to participate, that's fine. And if you do, that's great. And if you do participate, I will look forward to watching your videos as well. Thanks everybody for watching. Take care. Bye.